Hello Cancer, how are you my beautiful people? This is your November 2025 General Tarot Guidance for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching with me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome or welcome back. It's Tea and Tarot Time with Julie. Grab yourself a cuppa. Let's have a little look what is going on for my Cancers. So, see what's happening for November. Now we've got Mercury going retrograde and there are also other planets going retrograde as well. Okay, so check out your favourite astrologer to find out what that means for you. I'll sort the camera in a second. All right, we've got the Ace of Coins, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got Strength. Well, that's nice. Okay. Sort yourself out, please. The camera does this, but it'll settle down in a minute. We've got the Eight of Wands. We're moving forward. Centre of your reading, the Seven of Coins with the Seven of Wands. Okay. So we've got the Hanging Man. We've got the Seven of Cups. And we've got the Six of Swords. We're definitely moving on. This looks really good. You are moving on. Let me just push them up a little bit, to something easier and smoother and calmer. The Six of Swords is a card of the grass is greener on the other side. All right. It doesn't always be green. It isn't always greener on the other side, but in this case, it is. You're moving into a brand new beginning. Two aces right from the get-go. We've got sixes and sevens. Sixes? Where did I get sixes from? No, well, the Six of Swords. We got the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Coins. So this is about standing your ground of what you've done. You've put a lot of work in. We look at the central card, the Seven of Coins. You've done the work. It's been an intense year of shifting and changing and rebooting and rebalancing, and a lot of that work that has been done, you look at it Cancer, and say, I sorted this and I sorted that and I let go of this and I worked on that. You've done a lot of work this year to grow and change and evolve and strengthen, and it is time for you, there she is with her basket, to reap the rewards. And you're not backing down, you're not sort of, no, this is the courage of your convictions. And I'm darting around the place. I'm just trying to give you a general overview before we go into detail. Okay, we've got options, we've got choices of which way we want to move on to. But what we're moving on to needs to be easier and smoother. We're not taking any nonsense anymore. You're more assertive. You are more confident within yourself. I really like this for you, my beautiful people. Right, let's get your affirmations and just find a little bit more. These are the Everyday Spirit Guide affirmation cards. Link is below if you're interested in getting any of these decks. Spoil yourself. Okay, spoil yourself. You deserve it. Enjoy the guilty pleasures. Do what makes you feel good. And I completely concur, because you've done the work. I want you to just take a little minute to look back of where you were this time last year. And then go back a bit further, and let's go back 3 to 5 years. And I want you to see just how fabulous you are and how far you have come and how much you've grown. And it's fantastic. I won't pat yourself on the back, please. Okay, yeah, go me. Well done, me. Okay. Right, these are mine from Hoping to Having. Oh, did I tell you? These are the Marchetti Tarot, by the way. See, if I don't tell you, somebody will put in the comments, what was that deck? And then I don't know, because I do lots of readings. I got to go back and find it. So I'll tell you now. All right. These are mine from Hoping to Having. You've got two here. I am kind. I show kindness. And kindness comes back to me tenfold. So be kind with yourself. I am kind. Kindness embodies you. All right. Bring that kindness into who you are. You're probably wonderfully kind with other people, but are you kind with yourself? So I want you to bring kindness into your life and world, and it'll come back to you. You've also got limitless. I am limitless. I can be, do, and have anything I align with within my highest good. Right, I am limitless. So if you've got any of those limits, I can only go so far, the glass ceiling kind of thing, just get rid of them. I am limitless. Right, so we're starting the reading with the Ace of Coins. Now, this is beautiful. You've also got the Ace of Cups. Now, Gemini just had all 4 aces, and you've got 2 of them here, and we haven't clarified anything yet. This is extremely good, reaffirming new beginnings. Ace of Coins can be new money, right? So this could be a new job. This could be a gift. This could be a contract you're signing to bring something in. But coins is also about what's stable and secure. So we've got new stability here. That's what you've been working on. I want to feel strong and stable, and I am open to new beginnings. This could be, for some of you, a second job or a side hustle or a new way of making money, perhaps on eBay or Etsy or something like that. This can be somebody asking you if you'd like to to help them out with something, and they're giving you some money. It feels for most of you that this is the opportunity being presented to increase your wealth. Right now, when we increase wealth, we automatically assume money coming in, but it can often be money that we expected to go out doesn't have to go out. Right, so somebody pays a bill off for you, or the bill is cancelled, or you get a refund or a rebate, gifts. I want you to open up your energy to any of that stuff, okay? But you're going forward with that Ace of Coins because you've got the 8 of Wands underneath it. Now, this is good news, forward movement. The brakes are off. There's nothing in the way. If there was anything holding you back before, it's not holding you back now. But it's interesting because it's rooted down with Hanging Man, which is generally the card of patience and, look at things from a different perspective and just, wait and allow for the circumstances to change. So they sound as if they're contradicting each other, cancelling each other out, but they're not. Let me explain. You could be here receiving a job offer or receiving a gift, and you saying, yes, fabulous, here's the news that it's coming through, and I've got that job, but I'm not starting for a month, and I've just got to chill and wait. Or here's the contract, but you won't get the first payment for 3 months. Yeah, okay. So it's coming, it's here, and we're going to just allow it to come in when the time is right, because it is now here, all right? So that's why I mean it's not really cancelling each other out. So we're just allowing, because we're ready for this new beginning that is abundant, all right? When we see the Ace of Cups, there is usually fish around it, all right? And fish in tarot represent abundance, because you rarely see one little fishy on its own. You usually see them in a shoal of millions, thousands, hundreds of thousands, loads of them. It represents abundance and unlimited, okay? That we have. We're open to receive unlimited abundance that is going to fulfill me. Now, that might be financial, but it doesn't have to be, does it? It can be the unlimited love, support, care, health, all sorts of good stuff, right? That is coming towards you now. You've done the work. I want to stay with this card for a little bit longer. The 7 of Coins. You see, this is a card of I've worked hard for this. I've worked diligently, right? She's grown that fruit tree here, and the fruit is the money. She's grown that from seed. You think how long that took, all right? There are trees that grow quite quickly, but generally to get to a full-size tree, we're looking at least 10 years and more likely longer. You've put a lot of work in over a long period, and I want to say 10, 15 years. You've been growing, expanding, working diligently. Think about how much work she's put into. She sowed the seed, but she didn't just sow the seed. She will have prepared the soil first. She will have weeded it and tilled it and turned it and put some nourishment in there and, made sure the soil was the best possible soil it could be before she planted the seeds. Then she puts the seeds in, and then she's checking on them, watering them, feeding them, weeding them, looking after them, and gradually it grows into this tree. This sort of represents, let's say you've been in a career for a long time, and 10, 15, 20 years, and you hope that you are expanding and growing and learning during that time. And you are. And the same with work that you put into any long-term thing, long-term relationship, long-term career, home. You've put a lot of work in. But I want to bring this into yourself. What about the work on you? This is what we're talking about here. You've done the work on yourself. You will have increased your confidence, got rid of negative beliefs about yourself. You'll have injected self-love and self-care and nourishing and nurturing into you. And all of that makes you a much better, happier, more fulfilled version of yourself. So look at how far you've come. And then as you do that, I want you to then open up to what options are available to you. Because when we start to see our work, our magnificence, our effort, we start to really appreciate ourselves so much more. And when we appreciate ourselves, we start to be able to reevaluate our life. And this is what November's going to be for most people, reevaluating because of all the retrograde energy. It's like, does that work for me? I think I might tweak that. I think I might change that. I think I want to bring more of that in. You're in that energy which opens up your options and choices. So that enables you to feel much more empowered, much more liberated. I'm here in this situation, circumstance, because it feels good and it feels right, fabulous. Or I feel I've outgrown this a little bit and I want to bring a new injection into something to give it a bit more oomph. Okay, a little bit like, and this is a very small, insignificant example. I've been using the same deck, Tarot with Dreams, for about 5 years, and I was just feeling a bit stale with the readings, and I was asking my higher self, how can I inject a bit more energy? And I just go and get some new decks, new life, new light, new colours, new inspiration, and it's worked. I brought 4 new decks. This is, I think, the 5th time I've used this deck, so I'm still getting to know it. I mean, I know tarot, but every deck has got different imagery. But it has that little bit of bringing something in new, re-inspired me, reinvigorated me. Yeah. And this is, it opens choices. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at what will inspire and invigorate you. And then I want you to go for it. We've got the Strength card here. Now, whenever I see the Strength card, this is saying this, I need to step into the courage, and especially because it's 7 of Wands underneath, which is the courage of your convictions. This is you standing up for yourself, not backing down, feeling confident, self-belief, determined. It's a beautiful energy of inner strength, not outer strength, but this inner wisdom of your will, your mind to create. And you are really looking at, I've made a decision, I'm looking at my options and choices from a place of strength and confidence and courage. I'm standing in that courage and I'm not backing down. And I am moving on to something that is smoother and calmer and easier. Because why? Because I've done the work. And so when we're going through this, you know, massive internal growth, you know, you look at the months this year where we had all this sort of pushing forward energy and challenging energy. September with all the eclipses, it brought a lot of triggering stuff up. We had to do that work. And so, well done, you've done it. Now let's move into something that's easier and smoother, because we deserve it. All right, so that's what we've got here. Let's clarify with, I'm going to use this deck, which is the Tarot Grand Lux. All right, let's find out a little bit more for my Cancers about this, please. Find out some more. So we've got the Ace of Coins. Let's have a look at that. We've got the Emperor. Wow. In your power to create a new beginning. Absolutely dynamic, determined, assertive, calm. Just this absolute assurity of I'm the Emperor, I'm having it, this is happening. And at the bottom of the deck, I've got the Empress as well. So we're going to take it. They just said, go to the bottom of the deck. I'm like, okay, all right. The Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine, the beautiful balance here. The Empress is sowing those seeds on fertile ground. You've done the tilling, you've done the work. Now we are reaping the rewards. This is a very, very good time for you. All right, just beautiful. It's beautifully balanced. Let's find out a bit more about the Hanging Man. Again, they're telling me to go to the bottom of the deck. We've got the Chariot with the Two of Cups and Judgment. Oh, and then we've got the Eight of Wands again, which we've got here. We are ready to move forward. The Chariot is forward movement. The Eight of Wands is the minor arcana equivalent of the Chariot, about moving forward. The brakes are off. We're ready to go, go, go. We've got the Two of Cups. So we're doing this from a place of love. Now, this could be about romantic love and partnership love and loving your job and loving life. This could just be you spoiling yourself because you know that you love you and you've worked hard and you deserve it. But we've got this Judgment here, the rebirth, a new world, a new life, the rebirth. The rebirth says what I was talking about with this Seven of Coins. You've done the work. There is nothing there for you now. It is time to lift you up into the next phase of your life. You'll bring with you what works for you and what you've learned and grown from it. But that phase of your life is done now. It's time for you to move forward like the phoenix, flying easily and unlimited. Okay? Just lovely, 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 lovely. Right, what are we clarifying? Let's have a look at this strength. How are we using this courage and strength, please? And is this for both of these cards? Tell me about this. Five of Coins. Knight of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Coins is the strength is this absolute self-belief, right? The Five of Coins is, oh, am I good enough? Is it okay? Do people care about me? Am I on my own? The hesitation, the victim energy, all the stuff that you've been working through and out the other side. If there's anything lingering there, this is where you step into your strengths to say, I have got this. I am creating, Knight of Cups, a new opportunity. I'm taking forward. I'm taking action on my happiness because I am strong and I have overcome an enormous amount of adversity. So any part of you that goes into that narrative of I haven't got enough or I'm not enough, I want you to just use your strength from a place of love and take action on it. All right, we all get negative thoughts, you know, I do too, you know, but then as soon as I recognize I'm having them, I actively step into my courage, my confidence, my self-belief, and realign myself with flow and confidence and abundance. All right, so it's not saying we don't ever feel like this. It's saying, how long do we stay there and what action do we take to shift our energy, our frequency, our vibration, our thoughts into something more positive? The Knight of Cups is here with an offer, love, happiness. Now, this can be you taking that offer forward. You know, I'm creating this, I'm making this happen. Or because you're aligned with it, the universe brings that offer to you via somebody else. But I want you to stand in your power. Right, both of these are talking about standing up for yourself and boundaries, right? And this can be the fear with that Five of Coins, that if I stand up for myself, right? Okay, they're just giving me two examples here. At work or in your personal relationship, if I stand up for myself in my power and say no, because that's what he's doing. No, I'm standing up for myself. I'm asserting my boundaries. I'm frightened that I will lose my job or I will lose the friendship or I will lose the relationship, because the Five of Coins is feeling left out. Nobody loves me and financially in a pickle. All right. So this is the fear that if I stand up for myself, I will lose everything. But I want you to take action on your happiness, because if I live my life forever frightened to speak my truth and stand up for myself, then I am just a doormat that people wipe their feet on, which makes me feel even worse. So I'm going to take action on my happiness. I am going to step into my boundaries and my courage, and I'm going to move myself forward into something easier. So if you've been having difficulties at work or at home or wherever this is, and you've been afraid to stand up for yourself, no more are you afraid. You're in your strength. You're standing up for yourself and saying, no, this is where my line is. This is what's acceptable and this is what's not acceptable. I'm moving forward because I've taken the learning and I'm ready to move myself into the next phase of my life, which is easier and smoother and better. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily leaving that job or leaving that relationship. I'm leaving the nonsense behind. It's like, no, I'm not having it. All right, now next, let's move on. Let's just move on and put that behind us now. And then things streamline, smooth out. That's what we are wanting. All right. Final message then for my Cancers from the angels, please. This is the Angel Oracle cards. And we have strength again. This is your time to step into your power, the courage of your convictions, your confidence. Be strong, be brave. It is time. You are ready. Don't be afraid. You have got this, all right? This is amazing. Look at you, Emperor and Empress with that Ace of Coins. You are in that power. You know, the Emperor doesn't back down, does he? He's, I'm the Emperor. This is what I'm doing. And the Empress is creating from a place of beauty and abundance and love. And she's no pushover either. So you be strong and know who you are and know what you deserve. All right? Okay, Cancer, that's what I have for you for November 2025. I will be back every Friday with a collective reading, and I also come back in generally most weeks with some kind of bonus for you. So look out for those. It does help if you press that notification bell. All right. Thank you for those of you who subscribed and my paid members, and those of you who support me through your financial donations. Thank you so much. I'm very appreciative. But, you know, just watching is enough. Liking, even better. Sharing, better again. But just being here, that's good enough. All right, my beautiful people. I will see you soon. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.